but talk to you about how you treat yourself. Talk to you about how you treat other people. Talk to you about setting goals. Talk to you about setting very high goals and why maybe some of us do set those kind of goals and maybe why some of us don't.
Person that makes a decision as to whether or not you make a difference, guess what? It's sitting in your chair right now. Guess what? It's you! Some of y'all are like, I knew the chair felt funny. It's you! It is you!
There are people in my group that tell me what I can and can't do. I call the people that tell you what you can't do, I call those people dream assassins.
I used to be a dream assassin. I was a sophomore in high school. I was on the bus early in the morning on the way to school. My good friend Toshi gets on the bus. He was Japanese. He still is. He gets on the bus, it's about this tall, early in the morning, still dark outside. He gets on the bus, it's like this. Hey guys, I'm going to join the wrestling team. You're right. You're too small, you're too short, you'll never make the wrestling team. If you do make the wrestling team, you're going to lose every time. Hey man, don't go out there and embarrass us. Had Toshi listened to us, he wouldn't have been district champion his sophomore year, his junior year, and his senior year of high school had he listened to us. Had he listened to us, he would have gone on to wrestle at the Goodwill Games 2 years in a row after graduating from high school, had he listened to us. Had he listened to us, he would have gone on to wrestle and graduate from West Point Military Academy. Had he listened to us.
His friends should have said, whether you win, whether you lose, we're behind you 100% because we are your friends. We didn't do that.
Buzzword in our educational system is bullying. Back in kindergarten, they told you how to treat people because how they would just treat people like they were people. Everybody remember that lesson? Isn't that the same thing? Here it is. You're in high school, and we're talking about treating people like they're people. I think the biggest tragedy we're going to have as student leaders or as leaders in our future is not because people are bullying, it's because there's going to be indifference. As long as what you're doing doesn't affect me, I really don't care. See, I sang a song when we first got in here. It was kind of silly, but it was a song that said, lean on me. Are you brave enough to be the person to lean on? If you're not strong, are you going to have broad enough shoulders that if I'm hurting that I can lean on you? Are you going to be that kind of leader that says, I'm going to be right by myself if I have to, then be wrong with the rest of the crowd? Are you going to be that kind of leader? Are you going to step outside that comfort zone that we all build for ourselves and say, regardless of what these other people are doing, I'm going to do right. I'm going to treat you like a person, like a human being.
You got here and you saw some people that you knew, maybe you competed against them, and maybe you saw some smiling faces that made you remember why you do what you do and why you participate in things you participate in, and you went through some workshops and you got kind of excited about what you're doing. Give me 3 fingers. And now you've had some lunch and you got some energy back in. You're like, you know what? I've got some ideas, some things I'm going to do when I get back to my school. I'm going to apply some things that I learned here today. So now I believe I've got some energy and some enthusiasm. Give me 4 fingers. And then you start saying, you know what? When I get back on this bus on the way home, I've got some really things going to go through my head. Because I'm going to make some changes in what I'm doing here and maybe what I'm doing in my community. And better yet, I'm going to talk to people a little differently because I've heard some things. Give me all 5. And then you realize that you've got some enthusiasm. You're excited about what you're doing. You're ready to take the next step, and you're not going to take no for an answer. Ladies and gentlemen, you deserve to go to the very top. Thank you very much.